Hi all, scrolling along with Susan. Hey, in my last video, I did a segmentation background scroll saw project. Ended up making 2 of these to hang on the wall, and now I am going to be completing the project. I'm going to be putting a Kokopelli on the front here. It is a Native American design of a person playing a flute. And then I just added my own little designs, and you can pick these up anywhere online, on Pinterest, anywhere on the internet. I'm going to be using 2 pieces of 1/8 inch Baltic birch plywood, and I also have this very, very thin piece of metal that I just cut out. I have some big metal cutters that I use and just cut that out by hand, and I'm going to sandwich this in between my 2 pieces of 1/8 inch plywood and cut all 3 out at the same time. This is the first for me. I have never cut metal before, but I do know that I need to sandwich it in between anything that's wood, and definitely wearing protection so that the metal flecks stay away from my lungs. So I'm going to be wearing a mask when I'm cutting that. So right now I'm just putting double-sided tape in various areas to keep the pieces all together. I'm going to be spraying the back of the pattern and allowing the glue residue to stay on the blue packing tape instead of having to get rid of it off of the wood later. I'm going to be putting some blue painter's tape on the back because when I drill the holes, I don't want it to blow out on the other side. I have 8 entry holes that I'm going to make on my drill press. I'm using the smallest drill bit I have, which is 1/16 of an inch, and that should be able to drill all of these holes just fine. Here I am on my SUCCOMA scroll saw, and I'm using a Pegasus 5R blade. And before I give you a couple little tips on scroll sawing, I just wanted to briefly tell you about the legend of Kokopelli. The Kokopelli is a Native American Southwest culture type of character that's a humpback flute player. And he is supposed to be able to bring fertility and music and prosperity and have a good harvest. And he's supposed to also bring happiness and babies. So it's just a really nice little legend there. And because he's playing the flute and I love playing the recorder, it kind of touches my heart a little bit there. And there's a lot more information on the internet if you wanted to look more into that. Now in this part of the video, I'm just going to give you a little tip here. Now as you can see in the music note, I'm going to go to the point, back up, and then come in on the other side to make that nice sharp point. The main thing to remember when you're scroll sawing is you control the piece does not control you. Do not go too fast. You can slow it down or speed it up. When you are turning, make sure the back of the blade is touching the back of the piece so you can do a nice sharper turn. So before I do anything else, there are all these little flecks of metal everywhere. I am throwing this out and I'm getting my shop back and I'm cleaning up the entire area, including my sleeve. I should have probably worn gloves when I was cutting the pattern because of the metal. Now this is not going to provide me a wonderful amount of protection, but it will keep a little flecks of metal, if there are any, away from my fingers. I still have a little bit of fuzzy, so I'm just hand sanding the back. I've removed all the double-sided tape. Now I'm just going to take some of my mineral spirits and clean off the residue. So I honestly don't know if I'm going to be using this metal one, but it was kind of fun to cut out. I'm going to do one in black, and I don't know what color I'm going to do the other one, and whether I want it that way towards the sun or away from the sun. The first Kokopelli, I'm painting a very dark gray just on the top and the sides. The bottom I want to stay clean so I can glue it. And the other one, I really wanted it to look like a burnt copper. So I mixed some green and white together and this golden shimmer. And I think it turned out pretty well. I mean, it's not copper, but that's the kind of look that I wanted. It's time for the glue up. And I used Type Bond Quick and Thick, and I just put a whole bunch of little dots on the back of each piece before gluing it. You don't need to cover the entire thing, but make sure you kind of get around the edges so it's a nice glue up. And then I'm just using a weight to put on top, and then I'm going to be securing it quite well all the way around the piece for a good glue up. So I have this wood burning kit, which is how I put my name on there. And it came with a bunch of extra pieces. So because the theme on the front is round, I'm just going to randomly put round circles on the back. I would usually use tung oil on my pieces, but I want the maple to be nice and as white as it can be. So I'm just going to be sealing everything with polyurethane, and I'm choosing a semi-gloss, and I will be covering all the pieces, putting 2 coats on them. Don't forget to seal the back. That is important as well. So I have these really nice OOK D rings, and the screw is 3/8 of an inch deep, so it will definitely go through the first 1/4 of an inch layer and part of the second. It's a nice depth for this. So find out where you want to hang it, mark it with pencil, and then kind of do a dry run and make sure where it's going to be hanging that you cannot see the D-ring on the other side. You can use a handheld drill for this, but I'm going to try to use an awl to go deep enough to do a pilot hole. I really appreciate you hanging in there and watching me do these 2 Kokopelli pieces to the end. I've got the one hanging up and this one right here. So I hope you've enjoyed this and maybe want to give it a try. Hey, thanks for watching.